Do you wake up every day pumped to work on your business? You sit down at your computer, you have a list a mile long of things to do for your business, but you have no idea if they are actually moving the needle forward or if they're just helping you feel like you got quote unquote something accomplished today. When I first started my business, I remember thinking multiple times, well, now what? So I would go to a Facebook page, ask my questions, or I would search Google only to get 20 different answers. Being who I am, I would try to do them all. But they were not moving my business forward. They were just stressing me out. I have decided to create a membership for other pro organizers that can be like a real estate office. We all have our own business, but we can meet at the office for support, guidance, and inspiration. So the monthly membership will start in January 2023, but for now we are doing bi-weekly coaching calls for everyone to work on their business together. And December 28th, we will meet on Zoom for 1 hour, so come prepared to ask those questions and work on your business. This program is free until 2023. Set your calendars, then go to proorganizerscoach.com/support or click on the Support Equals Success tab at proorganizerscoach.com to fill out the quick form. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at proorganizerscoach@gmail.com. Now let's get on with today's episode. You are listening to the Pro Organizers Coach podcast. I'm Samantha Brown, a professional organizer and business coach. In this podcast, you will learn how to start and scale the organizing business of your dreams. So let's jump in. Welcome back to the Pro Organizers Coach podcast. Today, I have Shayna Goodman from the Pro Organizer Marketing Made Simple podcast, and she is here to interview me about the membership that Pro Organizers Coach is launching on January 1st. The Pro Organizers Coach community, which is what I decided to name it, keep it very simple. The web address, which will be in the show notes, is proorganizers.community. So there's no .com, it's just proorganizers.community. That will be the link that will get you to the landing page. Of course, if you have any questions, you can always email me or go to proorganizerscoach.com. So in today's episode, you will learn 5 things about the community/membership that we are launching. Why I decided to create a membership. Number 2, who is this membership for? Number 3, what is included in the membership? Number 4, why I have decided to take the membership off of Facebook and onto a platform called Mighty Networks. And then last but not least, what makes Pro Organizers community different than other memberships that already exist for entrepreneurs. Then, if you will stay till the end of the episode, I have a super exciting announcement for anyone that joins before January 7th. So make sure to stay tuned till the end for that. Also, remember that the last day for our free group coaching is December 28th, 2022. So make sure that you show up for that. All right, Shayna, thank you for taking the time to come back on my podcast. And now I'm going to hand the mic over to you.
Yeah, it's so good to see you, and congratulations on your new membership. These things are always a labor of love. It's never easy. It's no small task. All of the things. So congratulations. And I can't wait to learn more about what you have to offer. So first, why do you feel called to build a membership for professional organizers?
When I first launched my organizing business, I had to do everything on my own. The thought that was constantly going through my head is I would love to have a place I could go to bounce ideas, ask questions, all of the things that you're not really sure what you're doing from other professional organizers that have either been there, done that, or maybe were at the same stage I was. Because I always felt so lonely and I never knew if what I was doing was normal or right. And half the time I even thought, am I even on the right track to building this business? So I told myself back then that if I figured this out, I am definitely going to help other women who are going through this struggle. So of course I built my business, and a few years later, I realized that most days, even having a thriving business, I was still very lonely and would love to have a group where we could celebrate each other's wins, inspire one another, and support each other. And by this time in my business, I had started doing business coaching. And of course, that's when I realized, okay, it's time to build this community. So I wanted to build a community for all of the women out there feeling the way that I did or were about to start this journey. And I knew that in the journey of building their organizing business, at some point would feel that loneliness and would feel that just need for companionship. You know, when you talk to professional organizers, all of a sudden you don't feel so crazy. They speak your language. They make you feel like, oh, okay, I am on the right track. And so that is my ultimate goal and like kind of the foundation for why I even decided to build a community/membership is because I feel like that is lacking in the professional organizing industry is the realness and the behind the scenes of, yes, we help others every day of our life, but then when we come home, who helps us?
Sure. Well, and small business ownership, entrepreneurship in general it can be very isolating, very lonely. So I love the concept of having a group of peers together. And I think maybe I'm getting ahead of you here. I think you've got different groups for different like seasons of business. Mm-hmm. So I think what can be really intimidating for some people is also, if they're a newbie and they're jumping in with people that have 5 years of experience, that can be really intimidating. So I love that you've got that thought through, and it really can be a community of peers.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, tell me who will benefit most from this community? Who is this for?
So specifically, obviously, for professional organizers, I wanted to make sure to let everyone know it is for you if you are thinking about just starting the business, like it's still in the idea phase. And it is also for the established organizer that is ready to scale. If you value networking with other organizers and you value building real relationships, or you have ever felt overwhelmed and alone on your journey, then this membership/community is for you.
Great. What all is included in the membership?
My idea was that this community will grow into what the members want and need over time. I don't want to strangle this thing into what I want it to be. I want it to be an ever evolving thing of what the members need and what they want. But right now, to get started, it will include the biweekly group coachings, which are the free ones that we have been having. They will move inside of the membership. So for any of you that have been coming to those group coaching sessions, thank you for the support. And I hope you've been getting great value out of those. I know that you have. But, as we move forward, those will be moved into the membership. And then there will also be replays every week of the group sessions that we have in case someone's not able to actually make it to the call. Of course, you're going to have a community of other members that ideally will start to become small groups around certain topics. The point behind that is so you can have accountability. The other day, I was speaking with a lady that she specifically works with legit hoarders, and there's no groups out there except for a random like Facebook group where they can even interact with one another. And so that's a specific topic inside of professional organizing that those women would benefit very greatly from having a hoarding group that is for the women that specifically work with hoarders so they can support one another, which is just one example of the many small groups that we can create around certain topics.
And that's a heavy topic. I mean, it would serve anyone well, having a support system in helping people with those kinds of heavy issues.
Absolutely. Because, they go in, they have all the emotional stuff from the person they're working with that day. They bring it home, but then how do they deal with their emotional stuff? It will also have monthly goal setting workshops, and we will definitely have different little challenges as we go. And then so much more as time goes on. I have also partnered with women like you, Shayna, and I have a couple other women that I have partnered with where there will be discounts for support options like paperwork, Canva templates, Shayna's program that has ready for use social media posts, discounts on my one-on-one coaching, and so many more things. I'm adding to it as much as I possibly can to make sure that all of those support items are around anyone that is starting or scaling their business. And so they have a link, they know where to go. They're not having to do the research because they know, if Samantha has chosen this to be in her membership, this is someone that's going to give me good content or good value for what I am purchasing from them. And so I want to make sure that everything that I promote and everything that I share as a link is from someone who has the same heart that I do of just wanting to help professional organizers.
Yes. Well, and all of those things are so valuable. So it's nice that you've kind of curated a set of services, curated a set of people that are all working towards the same goal. I think that's all very valuable. So you had mentioned previously some things being on Facebook and then that you're moving this to a platform. What platform is the membership hosted by? And tell me just a little bit more about that platform.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have gone down the rabbit hole of the membership platforms that are available. What would be the best for my members, my ladies? And so I ended up choosing a platform called Mighty Networks. And there's a few reasons. One reason is that they have their own app. Once you download the app and you sign up as a member, once you hit that button, you are now inside of our community, period. Once you come into the platform, it's not like on Facebook where you're getting notifications from Aunt Susie had a birthday and, all these other distractions.
Mm-hmm.
You can purposely go in with the intent of working on your business and getting to know the other women in the community. It was also important for me to have a platform where we can create those different groups we talked about earlier based on the different topics along the way. Then members can join the groups that apply to them. And if they've not applied to a group or have decided to join a specific group, like if you're not someone that works with hoarders, right, and you don't sign up for that specific group, then you're not going to get any notifications from that group. So I thought
Sure.
that was very important because we are so overwhelmed all the time with all the notifications, all the stuff, and so I wanted to make sure it was a platform that you only get notifications for the things that you choose to get notified about. And then, of course, the groups was very important to me that we could break off into smaller groups under the one umbrella. In the platform, it was also super important for me that members can message each other and start chat groups similar to the way Messenger works, which I love because not only can you message one person, you can start a chat group with 3 or 4 or 5 people or, whoever's in your group. And so the options are endless of how we can support one another and give accountability to each other and talk to one another. And that's where the magic's going to come, in my opinion, is the members supporting other members. Like I can provide the platform and I can provide the coaching and I can do all those things. But when people start to get to know each other and have accountability partners, and there's so many options with the fact that everyone can message each other inside of the app. A couple more things. One is there is a feed, just like on Facebook, where you see updates and posts from just your groups. And so, it's very easy. I'm also able to go live inside of the platform. And then the last thing was I was able to create an events tab that is easy to see, so for the members, they're able to click events and it shows them every single event. Or they're able to click the group that they're a part of and see what events are specifically just for that group. And so I really like the way that this is set up. And I'm going to make sure to do like kind of a welcome video. So anyone that has just signed up, one of the first things they're going to get is a video of me showing them around the platform.
I think that makes a lot of sense as far as the platform. And what I've done with some other groups I'm involved in, I go to that page when I'm logged in, and then I add it to my bookmark manager of my browser. That way, I can just logging onto my browser, click, there it is right there. So I'm never having to search for how to get in. So that's just a little tip that I've done myself that might be helpful for others too.
I do that all the time, especially when I'm on my laptop. And it was very hard to find a platform for memberships that actually had an app. For me to be able to click Mighty Networks, and once you're signed in that very first time, all of a sudden, anytime I click that Mighty Networks on my phone, I'm immediately inside of the community.
That's great. Yeah, I was thinking, I get on these other groups that are like professional development for me or learning tools for me. A lot of times I'll do the video tutorials. I'll join the coaching from my desktop or, from my laptop. But yeah, that's amazing. Just have it in your pocket too with the app. Did that cover all the different pieces of the platform that you thought were, important to mention?
One of the things that I wanted to make sure for me specifically was different for my membership compared to other things that people are doing for professional organizers, and not in a negative way. I'm not putting anyone down by any means, but one is the price. The price that people charge for the things that, get started as a professional organizer, spend $600 with me, and here's a course that I recorded 5 years ago or whenever, and nothing wrong with that. But the problem is if we don't have that accountability piece and that community piece attached to the learning, it's very hard to get your questions answered and to actually do the thing. Like, we learn a lot, but then getting it done is the piece that I think is kind of missing.
Okay.
And they don't include coaching. So they literally are either a course. Yeah, you may get like a Facebook group along with it, but you're not getting like one-on-one coaching. You're not getting group coaching with other organizers, which is where, in my opinion, as a coach, is where the magic happens, right? That's where you actually specifically talk about what you are going through and what your next steps forward are. I also believe in relationships over content. So while, yes, there will be content in the community, the main premise is always going to be coaching and relationships, because again, that is what I feel like is the pivotal piece that we are missing in the business world, but specifically as professional organizers. There's enough business out there for every one of us. We do not need competition. We need support. We need community. And we need to know that we're not alone, and it's okay that what we're going through, the ones before us have gone through. We're on the right track, even though we feel crazy, even though we feel like we're losing our minds. It's just part of the process.
Right.
I just want to make sure that through this community, that it's the people that truly are coming with a heart of, I just want to learn. I don't want to condemn anyone. It's hard, in my opinion, on Facebook to not get the Facebook trolls or the mean people or the people that, are just negative Nancy's. So that is definitely why I made sure to pull us off of Facebook and to make this a little different than a lot of the other, courses / communities / whatever else is out there. And then last but not least, I wanted the members to help grow this into what they want, not what I want this place to be. I want it to be something that we can grow together, and that I can listen to my members and them say, hey, what about this? Or, if I hear 2 or 3 people saying kind of the same thing, oh, great, then that's a workshop we need to do, or that's a teaching we need to do. And so when people are asking me what's in the membership, and I've just told them, I don't know yet. I've not created it yet, because I want it to be that collaborative process. Of course, I've got to build the foundation. I had to do all the research. I've got to decide all of these things. But then moving forward, besides the coaching, which I know is a given that has to stay in there, and the community aspect of members being able to interact with one another, besides that, like, it's whatever they want it to become. Like, I am open, I am ready, and I am on this journey for them.
That sounds amazing. And I know that you'll have tons of success with it, and your clients, your members will have tons of success with it.
Yeah, I think so. And honestly, the only reason I even knew that this was going to work is because I had that moment of, hey, let's put out some free group coaching sessions and just see if anyone's interested. Let's see if anyone will show up. And everyone that I have put out so far over the past like 6 weeks has had minimum 3 to 4 people, if not like 6 or 7 each one, which is awesome. And then I'm getting all of this feedback and everyone's looking forward to the next one. And I had a girl the other day that I had started helping. First off, she got 3 clients for her
Ooh,
very first 3 clients. And so I was so excited for her. And then she was also talking about, she goes, I can't wait till the next group coaching session. I want to see how so and so and so and so did. Because she
yeah.
remembered those girls and they were in the same stage of business as she was. So she wanted to see how it was going for them. And she was so excited to like reconnect with them. And so I'm so excited. Like, I know that this is something that is going to be amazing and that it just has to have the time it needs to grow. But that's okay because that's anything we do in life.
Sure. Well, that sounds great. I'm sure you will have, I know that you listed out the specific URL for the community. I'm sure you'll have some additional links to join and all of that sort of thing, price points, all of that.
The goal as of right now, I'm going to do a founding members launch because I think it's important to give something back to the people that have supported me when they didn't
Sure.
know what they were supporting, but they trusted me. And so for them trusting me, I'm going to do a founding members launch, essentially $33 a month for them to have access to the membership. And as long as they stay in good standings, then that founding members price stays forever. And then for anyone that adds after that first week, after January 7th, it'll go up to $47 a month. And I was listening to a membership podcast the other day, and this woman was talking about her coaching program. And I'm like, oh, I need to listen to this, right? To kind of see what's out there. And she said her members get one 45-minute coaching call with her per month. And it was $397 a month is what she
Oh,
was
wow.
charging. I feel good being at that like $47 price point. I don't know how long it'll stay at that only because all of the fees on the back end for like
Yeah.
the platforms and the website and, but I'm trying to keep it as cheap as possible because it's not about me, like getting rich or anything. It's about me helping these women. Like that is my
Right.
heart and my calling. I want to make it as reasonable for people to purchase. There will be more to come. It will all be in the show notes. And as a founding member, you will also not only get the deal of the $33 for as long as you are in good standing with the membership, but you will also get a one-on-one coaching session on the podcast as like an added thank you. Yeah. So anyone that signs up as a thank you for them, I thought, I can give them a coaching session and I can also use it as a podcast episode. So others are hearing what it's like to coach and what it's like to be a part of our community.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for sharing all of this with me. I'm very excited to see what you do with this and how I can be involved as well. If there are opportunities for me to do a guest contribution or
Oh,
something
I've
like that, I'd be
hint,
happy to help.
hint. I've already been thinking of a month where Shayna can come be like,
Oh, good.
the guest interview for the, like the
Yeah.
workshop that month or something. I
Yeah.
would be
Well,
so honored.
and you know me, I love to geek out and talk specifics about business models, but social media and all of the things. So
Hmm.
I'd be happy to do that.
Yay. So see, there you all go. We've already got one person scheduled. Thank you so much for interviewing me, Shanna, because when I sat down to record this, I wanted to talk about it. I want to make sure that people know what you're doing because our podcasts are so complementary of one another,
Yeah.
right? And so I wanted to make sure that people understood what you offer and that, in
Thank
the
you.
membership, there will be the link to what you offer, and I know we've already done a podcast episode on this that just recently came out. It's the Marketing Made Simple for Professional Organizers episode. If you go back and listen to that on Pro Organizers Coach podcast, I'm super thankful for what you're doing because I do know that it is so, so hard as a professional organizer to even think about social media, much less
It
like
is, yeah.
when to post, how to post, why, all of the things.
How to create the content, and it doesn't end. It's something that to remain visible, you have to remain posting.
Yes. And for me, I took it very simple and just used the same 2 Canva art, which I'm going to be changing very soon. But it was the only way I could force myself to even post at all is to just keep it simple. Which recently I signed up with Shayna for her organized program, which is what I'll have linked in the membership, is for you all to have that link into her program. But it is so good. She has like quick tip guides. She has made for you social media. She has like the templates. She's got things to think about. She's got lists. She's got like you name it. She's got it in there of everything social media specifically for professional organizers.
Because I've seen some other people put out templates, and even Canva. Obviously, Canva offers templates, but you still have to write the content. You still have to create the, the tips and the organizing tricks, and it's a lot. So yes, that's what makes us stand out too, is that we don't just give you the templates, we also give you the content that by being a member of Organized, you're kind of paying for licensing. Like you can present it as your own because you are a member. And we have tons of social media stuff, like you were just saying. Also blog articles that you can use as newsletter, email content, but then also tons of customizable templates for business cards, logos, flyers, car door magnets. Like really, my team and I thought of everything that you could possibly need so that you don't have to spend a single brain cell that you don't have to on marketing. We've got you. We've got you covered.
Well, I thank you so much. And I am so appreciative for you and just everything you're doing for professional organizers. I'm so blessed to know you. And yeah, I can't wait to see where the future takes us.
It'll be great.
Thank you for being on the podcast.
Thank you, Samantha.
You have been listening to the Pro Organizers Coach podcast. Go to the show notes to find all of the links mentioned in this episode and hit that subscribe and automatic download button so you don't miss a single thing. Thanks for listening.